Robbie Wolfe, star of the History Channel show American Pickers, owns a motor store in Iowa that sells antique signage, classic cars, and other antiques. The United Service Motors shop that Robbie owns in Davenport, Iowa can now be seen in an exclusive photo spread published by the United States Sun. Robbie, age 57, was seen in the store's garage working on the restoration of many historic vehicles, one of which was an old-fashioned red Triumph. The store was decorated with a number of signage, one of which was a Jesus Saves neon cross. Robbie disclosed on Instagram that the cross may be purchased for $7,500. There are other signs for Wolfe's homemade candies, Ford, Buick, Texaco, and a few other companies. A massive facsimile of the Fokker triplane that Red Baron flew during World War I may also be found hanging from the ceiling. Constructed around the year 1958 as a plaything for children, this bad boy is now hanging from the ceiling where it belongs. What a fantastic discovery! Robbie shared the news of the discovery on his Instagram account. I always adore discovering one-of-a-kind things, like this one, that creative members of a family have crafted for their children. Through the years, I've come across a few things that are truly one-of-a-kind. Robbie also has a collection of antique gas pumps and motorcycle helmets in his collection. Robbie's shop appears to be in the midst of restoring even more priceless relics, which are located in the store's rear room. Outside, one could see, among other things, a classic Ford sign, a sign for a grocery store, an English telephone booth, and more. In addition, there was a collection of historic automobiles, one of which was a scarlet Cadillac. The words Downtown Davenport are written in a huge font on the side of the building. History served as the primary formative force. The right choice. Robbie made the purchase of the commercial real estate building in Davenport, Iowa for the sum of $200,000 in March of 2021. The structure was given a new roof at a cost of $24,755, and its plumbing and electrical systems each cost $900 as part of the renovations. The garage door is the piece that brings it all together. When he first bought the property, the star of the History Channel stated on Instagram that he loved the history of this building, which had been constructed in 1939 as an automotive building in downtown Davenport. It is said that it will live on. Dismissal of Frank. After Frank Fritz was let go from his role on American Pickers, Robbie joined the show full-time in order to take his place. Frank, age 60, has not been seen on American Pickers since the episode that aired in March 2020 due to the fact that he is now recuperating from back surgery. In July of 2021, it was revealed that the original cast member will be fired, despite the fact that he desired to return to the history show. I haven't had any contact with Mike in the past 2 years. He was aware that I was having back problems, yet he did not get in touch with me to see how I was doing. That's just the way it is, Frank said in an interview with the United States Sun in July 2021 regarding his disagreement with Mike. Frank stated that there was competition between them because of their shared stardom on American Pickers. The broadcast is slanted in his favor 1,100%. Even if I bent down that far, I wouldn't be able to show you how much it was, he explained. That's not a problem. Imagine that you have Aerosmith and that Steven Tyler is the lead singer and frontman for the band. I was able to secure a position on the show. Currently, I am in second place and he is in first. That doesn't bother me at all, but it sounds like maybe he has a problem. Even so, he did confess, I believe Mike wants to get his brother Robbie in there to replace me. I have no idea why he is acting in such a hostile manner toward me. The collector continued, saying, I'm just trying to make it through life like everyone else and be as happy as I possibly can. What you make of your life is entirely up to you. If you don't put a lot of effort into something, you shouldn't expect to get a lot back from it. In July of 2022, when Frank was on medical leave from the program, he suffered a stroke. The two have reportedly patched things up, according to a source close to Frank, who is making steady progress in his recovery from the stroke. There are no problems between them at all. They had been friends for the past 4 decades. They have a history together that includes going to the same high school and participating in other activities. An informant claimed earlier this year that the two people are very good friends, even great friends. According to the insider, Mike, 60, has been to see Frank a handful of times ever since Frank had the stroke, and the two continue to call and text each other nowadays as well. According to the source, despite Frank taking Mike's place on the show, he is closer to Robbie than he is to Mike. This is despite the fact that Mike was a fan favorite. The friend continued, saying, "Frank suffered a stroke, so at this point he is forced to do what he is forced to do. And Mike and Robbie, along with the program, continue to perform what is required of them." Ignoring all of that, they are simply friends, and the discourse is the same as it has always been. Because those guys are so obsessed with hunting and collecting things, that's where the discourse is.